Anybody that knows me knows I love an amazing plate of food, but what I love more than that is a spectacular glass of wine. And that's what brought us here today on the corner of 5th Street and Walnut to Brightwaters Wine Bar and Restaurant in downtown Huntington Beach. This restaurant has brought great bubbly, great wine, craft cocktails, an elevated menu, a great patio with an ocean view, and a very, very community-focused approach to doing business that I just had to highlight and share with you. Let's go on in, meet the owner, hear more about this restaurant, and find out why you gotta come in here for your next glass of Cabernet. World famous Huntington Beach is a truly unique city filled with tons of great places to grab a bite to eat. We're here to help you find your next favorite spot. Welcome to Hungry in Huntington Beach. All right, so here we are. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers and let them know where we are.
Hi, I'm Annie, the owner of Brightwaters Wine Bar and Restaurant in Huntington Beach.
In real estate, they say it's all about location, 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 and I'm over here and I could say that's definitely the case here. Why don't you tell everybody where exactly they can find Brightwaters in Huntington Beach?
So we are actually one street off of Main Street. We are on 5th and Walnut. So our patio has the great view of the ocean and the sunset.
How did you come up with the name of Brightwaters?
So it's a little small town in New York. I'm originally from New York. Been in California for 28 years though, so I think I'm really more Californian. But it's a little town I grew up in, super tiny. I've always wanted to open a restaurant, so I had to name it where I grew up, Brightwaters.
Yeah. Did you have previous experience in the restaurant business, or is this your first foray into the restaurant business?
The actual brick and mortar restaurant business, my first time. I am a sommelier, so I know a lot about wines, a lot of different things. I've done a lot of hostings, private dinners, and I finally just thought, okay, I'm not getting any younger, got to bite the bullet and open a restaurant, and I've been really happy.
Given that that's the case, have you found it to be more difficult than you anticipated, about what you expected, or is it a lot of doom and gloom stories and it's really not as bad as they say?
So at first, there was a little bit of resistance of, oh, you should do that, or you should do this, or you should do that. And I'm like, well, try it. Just try this and see. Because there's a lot of different wines that people haven't heard of. We have a lot of different dishes. So the people that are steadfast and comfortable with what they like and are used to, like there will never be a taco on the menu. And I know there's enough tacos in Huntington Beach.
That's like sacrilege in Southern California.
No, but we have a lot of other things for that night you're not having a taco, you can have something here. So I think that's not really a difficult thing, but it was the surprising thing.
What has your experience been in terms of opening this place and really getting to meet very intimately the community of Huntington Beach?
Honestly, that is the best question ever. This place is, what I hear the most is, it's like home for them. I have about 80 to 85% of the people that come in here are locals. And they come in usually 3 times a week, if not more. They tell their friends, they bring their friends. We've been open 8 months, and I have my regulars, 100%. So it's been amazing. Huntington Beach has been really supportive.
So on a similar note, what made you choose Huntington Beach?
I actually chose Huntington Beach on purpose. I looked around, I went to Dana Point, I went all around the east, all around. And I decided I wanted to have a little bit of elevated dining, and Huntington Beach needed that. I thought everything's great on Main Street, but the locals, they want to come to a place where they don't want to go where the tourists are necessarily. So we welcome tourists, but we also welcome, like I said earlier, the elevated dining and a little bit nicer, but yet just as friendly, just as Huntington Beach vibe, everything about the same. We have a scratch kitchen, so it's a little bit different than what's around here right now.
Touching on the kitchen and the scratch kitchen that you mentioned, I looked at your menu and it's very, very, very appetizing, made my mouth water, but also I'd say has some kind of curveballs on it. I saw something with some duck in it and stuff like that. Maybe touch into how you curated the menus, maybe what some of your favorite dishes are, or the crowd pleasers or the crowd favorites.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of different type of items. We have things that you don't see on an everyday menu, like pakora, kind of go along with the vegetarian, vegan. We have flatbreads that we try and do fresh things, new, flatbreads of the day. Full entrees, halibut, steak. One of our top sellers is a steak bowl. It's basically a rice bowl, but with filet mignon, and as well as like steak chips. So homemade potato chips with like a black garlic, horseradish, and filet mignon.
Oh, wow.
But we have fish, we have a lot of vegetable things, a lot of different variety that you don't see on a regular basis.
What's your personal favorite dish?
My personal favorite is very simple, the steak chip. It's very simple, kind of created it, kind of love that, near and dear to my heart. The duck sandwich is super popular, but that steak chip, just kind of quick bite in your mouth and you're good to go. And then halibut, love the halibut.
You're trying to describe the vibe, or what separates this restaurant from other restaurants. How would you describe it?
So what people have told me is this vibe is just great. I don't know what it is, it's just comfortable. We have comfortable chairs, comfortable seating. Everybody is friendly. All the bartenders, the servers, the back, everybody makes you feel like home. When you walk in, we have a comfortable vibe, yet nice elevated dining.
Would you say this is more of a date place, more of a come have a drink place, or maybe ticks all the boxes across the board?
Yeah, it's a little bit of all of it. Certain nights we have a run club, we have a book club, we have music certain nights, we have wine dinners, we have a date night for sure on Saturdays. It seems like that seems to be the night that it's couples coming in, date night. Fridays are super fun. A lot of people will come here at 4 p.m., sit around, start, I'm just gonna have a glass of wine, and then they're here all night. So it's nice. They come in thinking they're just going to get a glass of wine, see that we have a full bar, and then look at our menu, and then they just stay.
Maybe go into what you serve for the 21 and over crowd in terms of beverages.
Yep, so we have it all. We literally are a full bar. We have a lot of great old fashions. We have bartenders that are creating phenomenal drinks, different summer light drinks. We have, of course, bubbly, mimosas, champagne, all the different wines.
Do you see more Brightwaters in the future, or do you want to stay isolated to this one?
I think I want to stay here right now. This truly is my baby. This is a long time running. I've been wanting to do this over 20 years, no exaggeration. Raised two girls that are just great kids, and I spent my time on that. And now this is the time I wanted to do it. So I'm putting my whole heart into it. So I really, right now, I don't see having another one. Never say never, but right now this is my baby.
There's something to be said about having a very narrow focus and making it the best it can be. So, it's 2023, now so more than ever, it's all about the digital world, social media, websites, all that stuff. Maybe tell everybody out there where they can find you, your restaurant, and all things pertaining to it online.
Yes, so on Instagram, you can find us at Brightwaters Bar. We have all the nice pictures of all of our food, our drinks, events happening, wine dinners, posting on there pretty regularly. You can find a lot on that page. We have a Facebook page. We're also on TikTok. Basically, our website is pretty simple, brightwaterswinebar.com. Everything's on there, our menu, all the different specials that we have. We have weekly specials, daily specials for food, drinks. All of that is available all online.
In any business, who you have on your team is critical to your success, but the restaurant business, I think, is one of the industries where that's even more critical than most, if not all. So what can you say about your staff and your team and how you went about hiring them, how you train them, what their strengths are, things like that?
That's a great question, actually. So one of the first things I did is both of my daughters and my son-in-law, we kind of got together at my house and we had people that I had hired and we had them come taste wine, just to see kind of where they were at, if they're comfortable, do they like it, do they not like it. And I am happy to say I have kept every employee, except one that moved, that I hired in August when I opened.
Oh, wow.
No one has left, and I do attribute that to we're like a little family. Obviously I'm a business, but we're a family.
Yeah.
I really do want people to be happy here, kind of be comfortable, learn. We do a lot of wine classes, wine tastings, different drinks, and I allow them a little freedom. I let them make drinks, what they want to do. The chefs in the back are phenomenal. They get to do whatever they would like. Hey, let's try this. Okay, let's try it for a couple of days. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of that. I'm all about trying new things. You never know.
So I've done a ton of these, and I can honestly say this has been one of my favorite episodes we've done. I love what you're doing. I'm a wine guy myself, coming from Portuguese parents, and so I appreciate what you're doing here, and I just love great food, great cuisine, and more than anything, I love people that take into account community involvement and where they're at, especially when it's Huntington Beach. So before we go, I'd like to give you the floor to maybe speak to the viewers and give them something to take with them after they're done with this episode, and hopefully come on in.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. And I really want to say thanks to Huntington Beach for really being supportive when I opened, not knowing what's going to happen, and it's been fantastic. I hope people come in, kind of check us out if you haven't already. Enjoy, Come ask questions, come meet my fantastic crew that we have here that have lots of fun, lots of knowledge, and really good food and a lot of fun. Cheers.
Cheers, and to many years of success in Huntington Beach.
Thank you.